Fancam review. Tottenham won. United won. What a game, boys!
Yeah.
What a game. Again, it was a masterclass display by one guy, Bruno Fernandes. But I think, having said that, what a valiant effort by Spurs. The way they defended. Okay, you even had players like Harry Kane playing way below the centre half. Defensively, again, that was a masterful display. Let's not take
Yeah.
anything away from Spurs. So at the end of the day, the score ended at 1-1. Lots to talk
Yep.
about, right? So let me start with Joel first. Joel, of course, let me bring you back to a couple of weeks ago when we were actually viewing this game and you went on a prediction. You went for a 3-0 comprehensive victory. You mentioned Bruno Fernandes in particular. You got Bruno Fernandes right. He was outstanding today. Everything good came from Bruno. But then you
Mm.
got the scoreline horribly wrong. Bro. Let's start with the lineup first. Again, were you impressed with the lineup?
No, man. I think we could have started with Williams on left back, and I think other than that, nothing. I wouldn't have started Pog in the starting lineup. I think it's not too good for him. He needed some. I think he needed to get the jitters out of his blood first. So it's better for him to start off on the bench. And but yeah, I think my only regret will be Ole could have started Maguire together with Bailly.
Okay.
I think together with Lindelof is just a recipe for disaster. But then again, I think besides that one mistake Maguire did, I think the rest of the game we played rather well. But then Spurs had this anchor man, Sissoko. So it was tough to break him down there. But other than that, I think Bruno played well. I think the partnership between Pog and Bruno linked up well. And my Greenwood, that boy is one to watch.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
again shout out to Yem, who actually appeared in yesterday's show for Napshot Studio, the big focus. He mentioned one guy name in particular. He was really going hard on Mason Greenwood. He mentioned that Mason Greenwood is one of the most naturally gifted player, of course, after Wayne Rooney. And he said that if Greenwood is actually were to be given a chance, that boy is really special, and he nearly proved it right at the death, nearly.
Yep.
But then again, let's stay where you are right now, Joel. We'll move on to our first counterpart. For yourself, before you do that, Noah, let's show the world what you are putting on today. The shirt that you have right
Okay
now.
lah.
Can we see
Show
the shirt
it,
that you?
partner.
Yes, Ronaldo. Our brand new design right now, a brand new line that has just dropped. Noah,
Pride of Korea.
same question that I actually posted for Joel. In terms of the lineup, was there any kind of change that you would have actually made personally?
To me, honestly, I think the lineup was okay. To me, okay. I feel like Dombele should have started, but for me, I think this is actually a good lineup because, like, you are restarting the season also. So like maybe you want to try out this formation and all, and then I think I actually thought Dombele will actually start, but yeah, he didn't. He didn't start. He didn't play a single minute. Always on the bench, having a chillax session. So
and that was and that was quite a surprise exclusion. I think I spoke to you again briefly before the match. You mentioned that you really personally wants to see Ndombele. I think again that will be echoed by many Spurs fans as well. Was there any news why he wasn't even being selected? Could it be purely just tactical? Because of course before the match, Mourinho was drumming up his fitness, says that he looks ready. He's ready, he's fit to play. But then again, what happened was the total opposite. Was there any news why Ndombele did not feature even for a single minute for today?
I think it's for a tactical reason though, because I think Sissoko is back. Because Sissoko, Dombele and Sissoko around the same type of caliber, like that type of the dribbling, So I think because Sissoko has more experience, I think he had to put Sissoko with wings.
Okay, that's it. Before we go on, sorry to cut you there, Noah. The inclusion of Pogba provided search to Manu's engine. That's totally condescending from Alexander, man. One, in the formal phrase, he's actually praising you, and then after that, he went on the back slap. But then again, Joel, let me get to you, Joel. First 20 minutes, it was dominated by Man United. Of course, you guys were not really threatening Spurs that much. I think one Rashford chance was to show for. Quick thinking by Bruno Fernandes. I think it was a quick cross into the box, and then it fell onto the left foot of Rashford. On the first 20 minutes, you guys were over Spurs, but not necessarily again dominating in terms of shots on target. What do you make of the first 20 minutes from United?
It's the typical play that I've always been seeing it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We start off well. I think the first 10 minutes we always start off good. We string a few good passes. We play good short passes. We hit nice through balls in. The link up play is good. The wing play is good. The center is good. But the thing is, we do not finish. And all it takes is one defensive lapse, and the whole momentum drops. Like you just sit the moment Bagwine scored, and the whole momentum just dropped. I think until the end of the first half, we were not doing anything, but we're just trying to defend Spurs. And Spurs was coming at us hard, man. They were really going at us real hard. I think Son would have gotten that second goal if not for De Gea. So, like I said, we've always started good. Like before we've started the first 20 minutes, the first 30 minutes, the first 35 minutes, really good. But we always end up not scoring anything. And when we come back after the break, we will just concede a silly goal. And from there, it's all the way downhill. And we have to pick up the pace yet again. That is the issue that we're right now having. We do not capitalize on what we have. If we have done something, maybe if Rashford have taken that 50-50 chance or I think there's a few other chances we have taken it. Yeah, things might have happened. But at the rate we're going, I think it's what I'll say is what's new, man. It's the first 20-30 minutes, we always play good. And then we go back to where we started from.
All right, cool. Noah, for yourself, for the first 20-30 minutes, the narrative was really set. You guys are going to go on a low block position and then to attack them on the break. This is a complete role reversal. And then again, Mourinho got his tactic to a T. Bergwijn broke through. Of course, there was a couple of comedy acts from Shaw. And then he went past everybody through the defensive line as if they did not exist. He caught Maguire totally cold feet, and then he blasted the ball right through De Gea's finger. Well, when the goal came in, what went through your mind, Noah? Was it something that you expect from Bergwijn?
Expected lah. Actually, I thought De Gea would save that goals. I was actually scared for that because De Gea against Spurs is actually very good. I remember the one where we lost 1-0 at our own stadium to United. Well, his saves and all, his heroics it was just mesmerizing, bro. It's like one of the best keepers in the Premier League, and yes, he has proved that since the start and all. But honestly, it's also because of the defensive lapse in Maguire and Shaw. I think Shaw became very fat. That's my honest opinion. Shaw became fat.
He put on weight.
I don't know whether he
That's not body
got buff or fat. He's just fat.
Right, no. Still sticking with Bergwijn. Is this a sign for things to come? Left with Son, center Harry Kane, and right Bergwijn. Because you know that Bergwijn has actually made his name as an inverted winger, but you also rightly mentioned that he can actually carry out the job on the right wing as well. And boy, oh boy, he did one hell of a job, especially even defensively. Is this again signs for things to come when it comes to Spurs moving forward tactically?
To me, I think we should give him a bit of time, because the Dutch League and Premier League is a different case. But the thing is, I'm surprised that he actually could adapt to a Premier League quite fast, like really fast. Yeah. He's been scoring the goals. He has been really, really performing well. Like I honestly never seen a bad game of him yet.
Yep, agree.
Yeah, I every game he has played, at least he had a shot, and it's mostly all on target.
No, great point.
And he embodies the how to say he's like the pie last time. The pie.
No, you're right. Yeah, great comparison.
Really the pie. But and definitely Mourinho, I'm actually surprised that he knows how to use.
Yeah,
him.
I think
because the pie never really played for United in Jose's era. He has been on the bench and all, but a pity that the pie one's a real pity.
I think what Spurs has actually gotten themselves is actually a piece of gem. Because Joel, agree? Please agree to disagree. He was threatening. He was pushing Shaw on the back foot a couple of times, and also one notable chance that he created again out of nothing because of his searing pace. The chance you really mentioned for Son, a great save, smart save by De Gea. But I want to get back, Joel, to that goal. The goal that actually Spurs scored, and that came out of the blue. What do you make? First of all, at halftime, you probably again, there was a major meltdown by your former El Capitan, your captain. He said that he was really flabbergasted by the performance of Maguire and also Shaw. Sorry, it was De Gea and also Maguire. He even mentioned he went to the extreme length, saying that they shouldn't even get on the bus. They should get a taxi back, back to Manchester. Do you agree with him wholeheartedly, Joel?
I think I agree to the point where it's Maguire, man. But I think leave De Gea aside. He has saved us in many occasions. I think probably Capitano was just pissed off. I think he just got pissed off seeing how Maguire was turning slower than a truck, man. I think that really pissed him off big time, because I think there's two things he said. We're not fighting for the title, man. We're fighting for top four.
Top four.
And it's not even like 60 minutes done or 70 minutes for you to say you're tired. You're a bloody professional, man. It's only about how many? I think about 20 minutes past the game, and you're turning like that. I think that's bullshit, man. And half the time you're bringing the ball like as though you're a bloody midfielder. He's bringing the ball up from the back and bringing it all the way down when you have actually McTominay and Fred in front of you to actually play the ball from the back. But no, he wants to do the unthinkable. Yeah. But the thing is, I agree to Roy Keane to a certain extent, but leave the guy aside. He has saved us many occasions, but Maguire, he has to step up.
All right, cool. No, that was really a passionate cry from Joel. Yeah, but then again, also Joel, just sticking with you. What is it with United again with their stubbornness, and because it was really apparent for everybody to see that they were trying to push the play towards the channel, but they were not moving the ball quickly. They were trying to stretch the play, and again, it was the same old tactic, getting James behind the ball. The problem is with a local defensive kind of tactic, you don't get that space to run in behind. But then again, do you personally think that Ole could have done something earlier on, not waiting for the 60th game mark? Could he have done something earlier, even before the halftime mark?
I think what happened is, I think Ole actually I think he underestimated Davies though. He thought James's pace could kill Davies, but Davies was, I think he outsmart actually James though. He played the physical game with James, and James couldn't take it. And I think his attitude was there. Like, I think one of the mistakes where James got a yellow card, it just got to his head. So I think what Ole tried to do is he tried to use space to play by the right. If you look at it, most of the game was played on the right hand side, because they know Rashford and Aurier. I think Aurier could really match up to Rashford's space. But James and Davies, the only difference is space. James, if there's miles apart, James is definitely going to beat him then, down and right. But then again, Davies really used his body size, use his height, and clean him off. So another thing, Ole can't play through the middle because we have Scott and Fred in the middle, and half the time both players are in the same length of line, and most of the time it's just Bruno on the top and it's McTominay and Fred in the middle. So it's a bit difficult for them to bring it up. So what happened is we had to play through the right and we had to play through the left. We were hoping that Martial would actually come forward, come back and actually hold the ball. But that's another disaster performance. That we'll talk about it later. But then again, we tried our best. But I think second half, I won't say that Pogba made it all better, but we actually did improve a lot while playing through the middle.
He definitely inspired some confidence in the team. That's for sure. You could see that Bruno, again, a couple of leashes were unshackled right after production, because suddenly they have a new guy to mark. Great point, Joel. Let me just quickly also move over to Noah. Noah, one guy that I really want to pick up. I was really impressed by his work rate. Again, he was really industrious today. Lamela. Talk to me, man, about Lamela. Yes. He was everywhere today on the pitch. What do you make of Lamela's performance today, Noah?
To be honest, wow, I think Lamela really played. Like, it was a surprise. Really, I actually expected this type of how he plays against big teams. The way he tackles, the way he does all this, right? The way he holds the ball and then shoots the ball. Wow, that was brilliant, man. That was becoming, man. I was like, I actually expected and didn't expect also at the same time, because I didn't expect Lamela to play cam, to be honest. And then Lamela really played. But his final passes are really bad, man. It's really bad.
No, it's really hard though. When you are playing in the middle of the park and again you get cornered by three guys every single time you receive the ball, you don't have much space to maneuver around. It's really, really tough again. But then again, whatever Lamela did today, that was done again.
Brilliant.
That was absolutely brilliant. That was again. I think another guy that I really want to pick up as well. That was definitely Musa Sissoko.
Black
It's,
lives matter, baby.
yes, man. And I think Mourinho
All
said,
Black Lives
yeah,
Matter.
yeah. I think Mourinho said something as well when you guys were missing everybody, and especially all your first teamers, and he mentioned that there was
Sissoko.
this guy, yeah, that he missed really dearly, and that was Sissoko. He was at the heart of your midfield, and he was such a physical specimen. Nothing could get past him. And you remember one, I think he cut out this pass from Pogba. That was a majestic pass, and then if it wasn't for his intervention, or was it from Bruno, the ball was supposed to reach Rashford. Was Sissoko your man of the match, Noah, for Spurs?
Yes. Yes. I think he's the man of the match. I really feel for Spurs he's the man of the match. Really. He saved us a couple of times, man. I swear. His physicality, he fended off Bruno, a lot of players he fended off. Really, this and he just came back from injury. That was to me it's just a very it's just surprising for me,
It is,
because normally you come back from injury, don't have the match fitness and all.
Yeah.
But Sissoko has proved time and time again that he can do the job. He can really do the job, and that's why Mourinho starts him.
yeah. And also
And he feel
somebody
that
who, somebody
feel
who
that
has
his
also
fitness are
proven, somebody who's also proven time and time again that they can actually do the job. A certain Portuguese Joel, Bruno Fernandes. There was
Yep.
if there's any lingering doubt before this match that this guy is just a fake hype, I think that has been well extinguished for today. Joel, talk to me about Bruno Fernandes, man. Today he was at the heart of
How about
everything. Everything went through him.
was Bruno trash?
I don't know, Noel. I think so.
brilliant.
No.
I'll be honest. Bruno was. I never doubted him. I really never doubted him.
Joel,
Brilliant
talk
guy.
to me
Seriously.
about Bruno Fernandes, man.
Brilliant.
The kind of
Let's
impact
just
he
say-
brought upon.
Let's just say the first 10 minutes, Bruno was a bit off. I think he was just trying to get his rhythm. He was just trying to find space in between, get the passes in. But I think as the more passes goes on, the more the time goes in, he just went so comfortable. And then, he started to play his own. He started to just wander off in his own park, and he just tried to dictate the whole midfield path. So I think everything was easy for him. But the thing is, what made it quite frustrating for me for this game was he tried to do one too many things.
Yeah.
He could have released the ball. At times, he could have released the ball pretty early. At times, he could have actually dribbled past a few players. But then, instead of doing that, I think he tried to be a fancy bit. I think today, I think most of the United players did play a lot of fancy stuff. They could have played direct, simple. But I think one fellas was Bruno. I think he tried to play really, really fancy at times. But I think when Pogba came in, that's when he toned down a bit, and then things started playing. But then, oh my, Bruno, that boy, whenever he has the ball, right, my heart raises, man. Really, really, my heart raises.
And I'm very sure a Spurs fan, again, Noah, you would have actually, felt the same. Whatever Joel was feeling, your heart will be pumping.
Yeah.
It was his heart in mouth moment every single time when Bruno attacks you. And the thing with Bruno Fernandes, he is so elusive. He does not, he's not static. So you cannot pick him up for good. It's really hard to get a marker to mark him out because he is almost on the free roam kind of role. But then again, one particular moment where he did that little flick when he received the ball and he gave a really incisive pass for Martial, and then only for Eric Dyer to actually make a good. I think that was a really good last ditch goal saving.
No.
Same as how he did on Ramos. He did on Ramos like that, man.
Let's
He did
let's
Ramos.
just say Martial is going to miss that. Be it Dyer is
Anyway.
there or not, he's going to miss that.
No, so let's think with Eric Dyer, man. One moment again he was probably at the heart of everything good defensively. Again, he was a monster in defense. But then again, that one lapse, that's something that's always in Eric Dyer's game. When he considered the penalty, what went through your mind when he actually just bundled over Paul Pogba?
To me, I think he had a very good game. I think since when Mourinho came in, I think this guy has played. This guy has just upped his games. Like I don't know why. Like I think just because Mourinho loves Dyer, like he wanted Eric Dyer in United at the point in time. I think Eric Dyer started to step up a lot. Like from as a centre back, at that time when he played for Wolves, like against Wolves, I think he's decent. Like I think you can see like he's coming back. Like he's coming back to his best already.
Okay.
As a centre back, he said he want to play as a centre back, and then that's where his prime position is.
And with this,
Because normally it's sporting.
with today's performance, are you now more convinced that Eric Dyer should actually anchor the centre back position? No.
To me, yes, but the problem is like he has his down moments. You know,
And
just
so
now
did
again
and
against
so did Serge
Pogba.
Aurier. And so did Serge Aurier. I think first half again he
Yeah.
didn't put a foot wrong. He was outstanding defensively, and then came the second half. I think there were a couple of moments where I was really nervy. I think your captain actually shouted at him when he tried again to overplay the ball, only for Rashford to actually outmuscle him. Serge Aurier today, were you impressed with his effort today, Noah?
First half is impressive, man. First half is really impressive. Second half is just one.
Back to the old Serge Aurier.
Back to his.
All right,
But okay
Joel,
lah, decent game he played.
Sure,
Decent game
good.
he played. Really.
Joel, if that was a dry run for what's to come, Pogba and also Bruno, that was tantalizing, man. So
That was
going into the
magical, bro.
next match, yeah, the thing is right now it remains a mystery. Who should you then drop, or would you then be overly on the front foot if you play both Pogba and also Bruno together in the same starting lineup?
Okay, I think a lot of people might disagree with me, but this is what I feel, because I think if you want Bruno and Pogba to play together, you need one guy to sit in front of the defense, and that guy shouldn't be going up much. That boy is definitely not Scott. I would love Scott to be there, but that boy is too energetic. You got that, Noah. Matic. If I'm going to speak a bit off I think just offline here. Tottenham had Sissoko. Mourinho really liked Sissoko big time, since day one. And Mourinho did like Matic. I think Matic was his anchor man in Chelsea when they were really winning leagues and cups and all this. So it's that kind of guy. Matic is that kind of guy that sits in front of the defense and he does the dirty work for you. And you just need two of your centre backs to really focus on the game. Your two full backs to just support. And Pogba and Bruno to just do the attacking. And it's magical. But if you have Scott there, and he's going to be running around in the center of the park, he's going to go to the right of the park, and then that space in the middle is being exposed.
Yeah.
And just imagine that there's one counter attack, and then either Pogba or Bruno have to come down there, have to come down to that center that's been exposed and cover that particular location. And that is going to be very difficult, and it's going to be very tiring. With Matic there, he's going to stay there. At times, Matic is old right now, he's slow.
Yeah.
But you saw that ball that he gave to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That ball. That
one
kind
switch.
Of ball is
one switch. Yeah.
One switch, and that's it. And that was what we wanted. That's the kind of play that we wanted, and we couldn't see it out of Fred. Fred could have released it to Rashford at a couple of occasions in the first half. But no, he kept looking at James. I think maybe he just can't see on his left side. Maybe he's blind or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to figure out what is it though. But yeah. So Matic will be the guy, and with Pogba and Bruno, I won't say the next game they will be clicking and United will probably score 3-4 goals. No, we're still going to struggle. It still takes some time, but I think moving forward, probably next season, something magical might happen. But for that to happen, Martial shouldn't start, bro. Martial shouldn't start.
You would rather start the Nigerian R9.
Look, to be honest, if I'm okay, if Ole is really if he wants to take the risk, I rather he play Rashford in the front, James on the left, and he play Greenwood on the right. You can play that as well.
Great analysis, man. But Joel, don't you think that again, Marcus Rashford, as good as he is, he looks really out of depth today? Don't you think so?
Oh my god, he looks very weak, bro. I think he was helping the government too much. He's a bit tired.
Too much.
He's a bit
too much.
Yeah, he's tired. he's trying to make changes to the country, man. So it's too tight. I don't know if it's just me, or I don't know you guys witnessed it. All the games that I've seen, I think I've even seen Norwich versus Southampton. The players really look tired, like after 30 minutes, 40 minutes. They really look tired, and they need that water break. So I think, for me, the restart is a good thing. But I just hope that the players don't get unnecessary sickness out of it, unnecessary injuries out of it. That might affect next season and all this, man.
And also, last question for you, man. Do you see this as 2 points drop or point gain considering that you guys were really under heavy siege. But then again, kudos to your defensive display. I thought that every single one of it is really laudable. Even Harry Kane, man, it was really strange to see a number 10 doing a defensive job right in front of, again, the D box. You had everybody at the back, but they were so tactically disciplined. That is something that my team can never ever do. Uh, but moving forward, moving forward, right, does this again inspire any kind of confidence, especially when it comes to the Champions League hope this season?
You're gonna hear this first,
Mm. Let's go, man.
No. No
Mhm.
way. No way we're gonna be in Champions League, man. No way.
And
Come
how
on.
would you
Because
justify
I
it?
really feel it, lah. I really feel it. Why?
Mhm.
Because I really think Chelsea is gonna be the top four. I
Mhm.
think if Chelsea loses this game, maybe there's a chance. But the way we are playing, we just dropped 2 points.
Mhm.
I know we just dropped 2 points by a point gain. Yes, we are on the fight, but I would rather, like, to be honest, like, maybe miss this Champions League place and be in a Europa League, because who knows, we can win a Europa anytime. But yeah, it's a far-fetched dream, lah. Let's be honest, a far-fetched dream,
Yep.
because we haven't won for 12 years,
Mhm.
12 definite years.
Mhm.
So I'm very skeptical, lah. I don't think we are going to be in the Champions League spot at
Okay,
this point in time,
and we got to
because I
respect, man.
know Wolves and the rest are going to challenge very hard, and I
Mhm.
know for a fact that I think Chelsea is really going to going to be the top four. Leicester's really. I think if Leicester loses this game, maybe there's also a chance,
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, great one,
but
Noah. No,
let's see.
it's really, really brave of you to come out really bold, as you did just now. But kudos to you, Noah. Joel, right now the game will come in really thick and fast. You guys still have your Europa. Again, the second game might as well they would do a complete no show up, because 5-0, nobody's going to overturn that. So that means you are going through into the next round of Europa, and then you still got your FA Cup. This is where the match will get really, really stacked. Do you think you guys have enough depth to actually just sustain you throughout, especially towards the top four challenge?
Let's just say now that most of the players are back. But the thing is, yes, most of the players are back, but whether or not they can play is another thing. Whether or not they can fit into the team, fit into the formation, it's a big thing. I think if you look at it, how Martial today played, he was starting and I think he was just lost totally the whole game. He just had 2 chances. So we have Europa to come, we have FA Cup to come. I think Ole should just gauge it. If the next game, if we are not really working well in the league, then I think just drop the league as a whole, like what Mourinho did the other time. He dropped the league, he went straight for Europa. So I think sometimes we just got to play it smart. If you know that at a particular competition you won't be able to excel in it, and you know that, I think if I'm not wrong, Europa is also going to be a single knockout,
Yeah,
same like Champions League.
Yeah.
that's what they
So
are planning out to be. Yeah.
so if you can take the chances, why not take the chances? And it's going to be under neutral ground, play all out in the Europa League, and then try to get into the Champions League. Because right now Chelsea is in the front line, man. I mean, look at them.
Yeah.
Chelsea badly
They just
needs
bought
this
Timo.
Champions League. They just bought Timo, so they badly need Champions League. If they were going to lose out in Champions League, Roman is going to lose lots of all money. Lampard might leave. I don't know. He might get
That will be
fired.
detrimental, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So at this rate, I think Ole should take it game at a game basis. But if you were to ask me, do we have the enough squad depth with the youngsters? Yes, we have. But whether or not can they fit in and play the game, that's another thing.
And also, right now, going to the next match, should Marshall still anchor that striking role, or is this time for your Nigerian R9, the guy who you just extended his contract up till January? Should he be given the trust by Oli?
I mean, honestly speaking, the goals that he scored against the clubs, yes, were all quite below average team. But they are still professional clubs, though.
Of course,
But what I'm trying to put across to the rest of the guys is, to the people that are listening, is Igalo is like a 50-50 striker. He takes that 50-50 chance. He takes the tap in. He pokes out his leg, the ball goes in, and it goes to the net. That's the kind of striker that we need. We don't need a striker that scores beautiful goals. I hate that kind of striker. You look at Nistelrooy, he hardly scored beautiful goals.
I was about to
Half
mention
the
his
time,
name, man.
half the time he's scoring tap-ins, half the time he's scoring 50-50 goals, half the
Some
time
even
he's scoring
yeah,
deflected goals.
even some by his bumps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even some like that. So we need that kind of strikers. I don't want a striker that scores beautiful goals. No, I'm done with that. If we can give Igalo a chance, and he's strong, he's tall, he can hold the ball, and that will create chances, create more space for James and Rashford to run in, more space for Bruno to have a great vision, more space for Pogba to even line up a screamer from 30 yards. So hopefully Ole does something about this.
Yeah. No. Look, really good point there by Joel as usual. I was about to close this, but there's something came to my mind. I know some of the viewers might later on bring this up. Anori, how can you even miss this point? The penalty. Noah, I'll start with you. Not the first one.
The second.
Definite
The second
penalty.
one.
That's a stonewall pen. That is a stonewall pen.
What about the
That's a
second
definite
penalty?
stonewall pen.
When again John Moss
Bro,
actually
dive.
pointed to the spot. Were you
Dive,
disappointed? Were you
bro.
enraged by it?
I was like, what's this referee doing in the pitch? Like, this referee needs to. The referee also become fat, is it? The referee became fat?
The ref needs to go.
The referee.
I think John Moss is done, man.
He's not fit, right? Bro. I don't think he's fit to actually ref anymore. I don't think
Bro,
he is.
he's fat.
No, he can't keep up. He can't keep
Some
up
of the
with the
referees
game.
are
Yeah.
fat. No, but I'm okay with the referees being fat. But
Yeah.
John Moss, he literally didn't read the game today. He's just gone today. I don't know what's wrong with him. He was, at one point in time, he was so lenient. Another time, he just giving some yellow cards to people. Another time, he's just talking friendly. He's telling them, I'm giving you 4 chances. I'm giving you 3 chances. I'm giving you 2 chances. I'm like,
No
bro.
consistency, yeah. And I remember when he got into the way of a play, and then the ball came back to United player, man. Yeah. But then again, great thing that the VAR came into play. I think for whatever that we have in terms of our gripes against VAR, that was again fully utilized today. If not, it would really be unfair towards Spurs, because I thought it was again a valiant effort by them. They, of course, they deserve a point at least out of it. But hey, thank you so much, Joel, for chiming in as usual. Great point. Even Noah, again, I know this is really an ungodly hour. It's really tough to actually put our eyelids up. But then again, for those of you, I know some of the, we have some viewers right now. Thank you so much for watching as well. Please do hit the subscribe button. Let's look forward to the next big one, the Merseyside derby. But then again, before we go on to the Merseyside derby against Brighton, man.
Please buy this merch.
All right, guys, signing out. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah.
Please
Come
buy
on,
the
boys.
shirt, guys.
Buy the shirt. Yeah, buy the
Buy
shirt.
the shirt.
We have more release for tomorrow, right, Noah? So all the designs will be
Yes.
released for tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But then from us, Anwari, Joel, and Noah signing out. Snapshot Studio. Talk to you guys soon, man.
Signing off.
Cheers,
Catch you all later.
guys.